After 3 rotations here in Salt Lake City at the U.S. Classic, Leanne Wong gets the lead. 0.4 over Shilese Jones. Those two look to battle it out in the final rotation. They'll be on floor. Marissa Neal, after a great balance beam routine, moves into 3rd. Trying to qualify on all 4 events is Marissa Neal. She had only qualified on 2. We'll talk about that when she gets to floor exercise. Having a great day here. Shilese will be the last gymnast to go in this 4th and final rotation. She'll know exactly what she needs to do to overtake the young lady who walked right in front of the camera there, Leanne Wong. But now here we go with Marissa Neal. We mentioned her qualification for U.S. Championships. Coming into this competition, she had only qualified on 2 events, which is something that the women can do, but she has so far put herself in contention to qualify on all 4. She just needs a 10.85 here on floor exercise.
Kicks things off with a beautiful double Arabian to Sassone. That's going to give her 1/10 bonus.
Save.
That was Marissa Neal on the floor exercise.
What a save. When you're talking about that pass, 10.85 seems like it's automatic, but that save on that combination pass was unbelievable.
Front layout can sometimes be seen as a bit of a risk, simply because if you go internationally and you do that pass on a floor that's a bit bouncier than you're used to, that can really throw you off. But she had a nice save. The reason for that mess up, she was a bit over-rotated, but she saved it.
But this beautiful big full in back out. Here it is. Right. I mean, she had no business landing that on her feet. Over-rotated that 2.5 twist into the front layout, but savvy. She must have a little extra stickum on those heels, because that right there might be the difference between qualifying to the U.S. Championships in the all-around and not.
Truly, that could have been
in the all-around.
That could have easily been a 1/10 fall, and she fought for that. I giggle a bit because you and I caught that at the same time before she even landed her 2.5. We grabbed the table.
Yeah, we jumped out of our chairs a little bit. Certainly that is going to be above a 10.85, so for Marissa Neal, a big day for her. Al Fong and his wife Armene, the head coaches at the Great American Gymnastics Express in Blue Springs, Missouri, have done such an amazing job producing athletes over the years. Always seem to have someone on the national team or world team or Olympic team or all the above.
I mean, I feel like the list is endless between Brenna Dowell, Maddie Desch, Aaliyah Finnegan, Sarah Finnegan. I'm 100% missing many.
Taryn Humphrey, Olympian from 2004, I believe.
And obviously, the women on the current team now.
Courtney McCool as well. It was before your time a little bit, though. I think you were, Mike, 4 years old in 2004.
I was.
We were deciding whether you were actually alive. We're actually
Aww.
deciding if you were alive in my last Olympics. I don't think you were yet.
I think I just came into the
Here we go with Nola Matthews, 4th place coming into this final rotation. Marissa Neal at 12.0. She gets the score she needs.
That's going to be a 1-point deduction along with an out-of-bounds deduction. Her artistry is beautiful, though. Look at her smiling. One of the deductions the judges can take is expression matching style of music. I don't think they can take that from her. This is great. Finishes strong with a double back. Unfortunate fall, but the rest of the routine, she's got a lot of power in her.
Not the way she wanted to finish the competition, but showed some battle throughout. And obviously she will live to see another day here in 2022 as she will be competing at the U.S. Championships.
Yay! The triple full landed with her feet a little bit past shoulder width. I think they're going to take a 3/10 deduction on that.
Oh, and there's the trouble. Looked like it overdid that first skill a little. Come in low.
Those connection passes can be ones that are a bit hard to save. If you get in a pickle, you can only do so much quick thinking. Lots of it is staying tight, but at the end of the day, you have to land those precisely, otherwise there will be a mistake.
Those combination passes kind of started back at the end of my career, and they ate me alive. Like, I curse those things at night still today when I go to bed. I'm like, connection passes, ugh. Again, Nola Matthews was in 4th place. Coming into this rotation with that mistake, does not appear that she will improve her standing. But as we say, there's always a lot of gymnastics to go until the last dismount is landed. Leanne Wong on deck.
Doing little hops, keep the muscle warm.
Had a chance to see Leanne at my camp a couple weeks ago, and she trained while she was there. Looked amazing. She was working a double twisting, double layout on floor, I will tell you. Maybe she don't want me to say that, but it was pretty good. It was off the rod floor. It was off the rod floor, but I'll tell you what, man, she looks like she could do it.
I believe that 100%.
Nola Matthews, an 11.7 for her routine. And now here we go with your leader coming into this rotation, Leanne Wong.
Starting off with a huge double-double.
You know, an 11.75 for Leanne Wong in this routine will give her the lead over the athletes that have finished the competition so far. Obviously, Shilese Jones yet to go.
Incredible pike double radiant to Sicone.
Unbelievable ability to stay on her feet. I just about rolled my chair off the podium after that one.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was meant to be a front full, and she stopped at the half.
Regardless,
so,
that was incredible air awareness.
Yeah, talk about quick thinking. That is definitely something you need when it comes to those combination passes.
You can see Al Fong, her coach, in the background, give her a little smile. And they know anything she gets out of this competition today, it's a bonus because again, she knows she has work to do. But the mistake there, unlike the other ones we saw, she was short coming in, short on that rotation, which caused her to lack rotation on the next skill. But it looked like she almost could have tweaked an ankle. She was so short, but to manage it, obviously she appears to be fine.
Yeah, that landing did look a little bit sharp.
Let's start with
usually you want to absorb that landing.
Let's start with the good.
That was stunning. The height on that was monstrous. My jaw dropped.
I think she should lay it out.
I think she should lay it out. I think she should. She can.
This is where you got real excited, Lori.
Look at how beautiful this is.
Stays in bounds. Yeah, let's look at what went wrong.
Yeah, it seems when you're connecting these as a pencil being dropped on the floor, if you even for a second the floor to soften up your legs to give, you're going down.
The best part of that was the fake smile she had when she turned around, because you know she wasn't happy about it. Leanne Wong set the bar. The second place gymnast, Shilese Jones, coming up.
Execution was bad, but that scramble she had could have taken a real dent out of her score.
A testament to what the rest of the routine looked like. And again, not her best, not perfect, but that 13.6 gets her into first place. Shilese Jones will be the last gymnast to go in this rotation. We'll talk about what she needs, but before that, moments ago, Sienna Alipio took the floor exercise. She was in 7th place after 3 rotations, a disappointing balance beam, an event she's very good at. Otherwise, she would be vying for a top 5 spot right now.
We don't see those very often. And I really enjoy the fact that I'm saying that a lot today. Beautiful wobble on that double wolf turn, but she saved it. Finishes off with a beautiful forehand full. Simple but clean, and there's always something to be commended for that.
For Sienna, that routine, a 12.2 for her. And there it is right there. 7.7 on the execution side, a 14.5 start value, or a 4.5 difficulty. We will see her at the U.S. Championships. Moving over to vault in this rotation, we're going to show you all the vaulters here back to back. This obviously has taken place already, but Caitlin Rosen started off the rotation on vault, and she made a big move with that huge floor routine we saw earlier, and this is where she continued her upward move in the standings.
Yurchenko controlled step at the end.
Same vault. Did step over that line, 1/10 deduction for going over that line with 1 foot. And then finally, the last one in this rotation, Lauren Little. Lauren was one of the other athletes trying to qualify into the U.S., but she unfortunately just barely missed out on getting the score you needed to get to the championships, unfortunately for her. Now Leanne Wong, she just gets to sit and wait and watch.
The sit and wait game is always something that kind of feels like pulling teeth. Either waiting for scores, waiting for the next event, waiting to rotate, waiting to start, of course.
What'd you do while you waited?
Usually I visualized my routines over and over again. I think I made myself a little crazy.
How many times did you make a mistake in your visualizations?
Often. Sometimes, no, honestly.
I know, I did
often,
too.
Sometimes I had to do it with my eyes open because when I'd close my eyes, my brain, like my intrusive thoughts would visualize me falling. So I had to do it with my eyes open and walk physically through it. Otherwise, it scared me.
Hugs all around for the Gage gymnast.
That's a beautiful leotard.
That is.
I feel the need to comment on that. We're seeing lots of rhinestones on everyone, but especially for Leanne's.
I tell you what, the leotard game is
very strong.
something to behold, because it has taken a step up over the last decade or so. Now Jocelyn Roberson, we saw her have an amazing start to the competition on vault.
She is a floor routine I have been excited to watch all day, truly. A true powerhouse.
Unfortunately, a tough time on even bars and balance beam, but she really shines on this event as well as vault.
Huge double layout first pass. The height she gets on this tumbling passes. Just a bit low on that double pike, but overall finish is pretty strong. The way she tumbles reminds me quite a bit of Shawn Johnson.
Aggressive tumbler.
Yes, she really just goes for it, holds nothing back.
8th in the all-around coming into this 4th and final rotation.
Let's take a look at the height here that she gets. The camera, you can't even see the floor when it pans up. Chest quite a bit down on that double pike. They're gonna take some hits on that, unfortunately.
And she never stopped in that routine, right from dance, right to tumbling, and big time tumbling as well. Opening with that beautiful double layout. Her day is now finished. As we wait for Roberson's score, there is one gymnast yet to compete. And it is Shilese Jones.
Her first pass, a 1.5 twisting double back. She hopes to compete this internationally and have it named after her. So it would be titled the Jones. The wow factor we see for Shilese on bars, on all the events truly, but especially on bars, that's exactly what you're going to see when you watch round 4. We have Jocelyn waiting for her score. High fives and hugs all around.
Jocelyn was a member of the Junior Pan Am Championship team in 2021. Says that is one of her goals, to again compete internationally for Team USA. She gets a 12.7 for that floor routine. Finishes 6th in the all-around for now before Shilese goes. Shilese needs better than a 14.0, so that 14.05 will give her the win here at the U.S. Classic. It has not been a perfect competition for her. We saw the trouble on the balance beam. Leanne Wong, who is in the lead, had some trouble on the uneven bars as well. But if she can hit this routine,
I think a 14 is definitely attainable for her.
14 is absolutely a possibility. Sit back and enjoy one of the best.
mind-boggling, but it is beautiful nonetheless.
And what a finish.
She tumbles so high. There's a reason her Instagram handle is Shy Can Fly. So.
Shy can absolutely fly. And I think it's time to graduate Shilese Jones into the one-name club. Like Madonna, Cher, and Beyonce, let's just say Shilese, and the world will know who we're talking about.
So she did not end up doing the full and a half twisting double back. Instead did a monster double-double, so...
A monster double-double is absolutely correct.
That stunning double layout second pass, we didn't see any bend in her hips.
And this is what you could hear while she was competing. These athletes all collectively cheering on their fellow competitor. Beautiful sight. I think it's enough.
I have my fingers crossed that it's enough. I also would not be surprised to see high 13s, but
I'm waiting for you to say a 13.975.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to manifest that, John.
And again, keep in mind, Leanne Wong on her floor routine with a 15.7 start value scored a 13.6. Did have a fairly major break. Shilese, no major breaks, a few landing deductions. The artistry is in the eye of the beholder. That would be the judges for them to decide. But I gotta think the start value is going to be very comparable, and I feel like the execution was more than 0.4 better.
I think so. There's a part of me that questions a little bit those landings we saw.
So the score is in. And with a 15.5 start value, she doesn't get quite enough on the execution side. A 13.65 for Shilese Jones. She will finish in the second position. Leanne Wong is your 2022 U.S. Classic all-around champion. And who would have thought, after the season that she has had, the busy season of college, coming off a fall that involved an Olympic alternate, involved winning a world all-around silver medal, she's the Energizer Bunny.
Leanne can have it all between college and elite gymnastics, and she is proof of that.
We are going to take a breath, and we're going to wrap up this U.S. Classic on the other side.